How many of you would agree that words are very, very important? I got a real good lesson of this in my personal life just a few mornings ago. My beautiful wife is 7 months pregnant with our first child. She asked me a really, really simple question as she was getting ready to go out for her event for the day. She was, kind of I already know, she was just putting her dress on, and she said, "Hey, honey, do you think this dress makes me look fat?" Yeah, and then there's a right answer to this question. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. Is there? Somebody help me out. What's the right answer to this question?
No. Say no, honey, you look beautiful.
No, honey, you look beautiful. Could you jot that down for me? That's good. No, honey, you look beautiful. So everyone seems to know the right answer. And I thought I did too. I picked the perfect words. I said, "No, honey, that dress doesn't make you look fat." What is wrong with that? That is perfect. It is true. And I heard it as, "No, honey, this dress doesn't make you look fat." Now, she heard it a little bit differently. What she heard is, "No, honey, that dress doesn't make you look fat." Completely different message. So she hears it's not the dress. Yeah, I learned a lot about communication this morning. The words were perfect, but the inflection, the tone, and some of the other things that happen really alter that meaning. Every kind of communication. The words are very important, but somebody just take a ballpark guess. What percentage of communication is the actual words or language that we use? Just shout out some numbers. 70%? 7%? Sure, that's what I had read as well, somewhere around 7%. Some of the materials we have here say right around 10%. I've seen a couple different estimates, right around that 7 to 10% estimate. That's not much. If you think about it, how many of you have seen the show Wheel of Fortune? Right. You see the big puzzle up on the board. We've got a big phrase there. How often does it get solved with 2 or 3 letters turned around? Not very often, and that's about 10% of the puzzle. So where a lot of that communication, or where the impact is in what's called paralinguistic meaning. About 40% of how we communicate, and you can jot this one down, about 40%, it's not the words we say, but how we say them, how we inflect, the rate at which we speak, the volume, the pace. And that leaves 50%. Anybody know what the biggest part of communication, half of the puzzle, would be?
Body language.
Yeah, very good. Our body language, or what our body is saying, that sometimes counteracts what our words say. For example, if I walked in today and I said, "Guys, it's really exciting to be here. I really enjoy having the opportunity to train you guys. This is a blast." What am I really telling you? I don't really want to be here. You look bad, right? I'm telling you, I don't really want to be here. Like, my words say one thing, but my body is completely contradicting the meaning. For example, if I say, "You know, I'm really enjoying this. If you have any questions, please just come up and talk to me on the break." Right? So what am I actually telling you? Stay in your seat, Anita. Right? That's what I'm actually telling you with my body. My words mean nothing. I know we've got a ton of talent and people who like the limelight a little bit in here. So I'm going to need 4 volunteers to come up and help me out. You do not have to be a great actor. You're just going to deliver 1 scripted line. So 4 folks, come on up and help me out. Don't be shy. Now, they're going to demonstrate for us very clearly the power of communication beyond just the words we say. I'm going to have each of you read one very, very simple sentence. Very simple. The sentence is, "I never said I danced with him or her." Pick whoever you want to dance with. That's your business. But you'll notice on each one of these sentences there is one word or one letter in some cases that is bolded or highlighted. So what I want you to do is read that sentence, but put the emphasis and the real dramatic push on the highlighted word here. So I'm going to go ahead and start with you, Sherry, if you don't mind. Just I
never said I danced with him.
Okay, so I never said I danced with him. So what's she really saying?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it might have happened, but I didn't say it. It wasn't me. All right, go ahead, Ty.
I never said I danced with her.
Right, I never said it. I did. I just didn't say it. I didn't tell anybody. All right, Javon.
I never said I danced with her.
I never said I danced with her. You know Javon was doing some dancing. He kept it all right here. But, I mean, he was doing some dancing. It was not with her. And lastly, Brandon.
I never said I danced with her.
All right, I said I never said I danced with her, and now I've got HR up here, right? So now we've got a real problem. All right, thank you, guys. Let's give them all a very big round of applause. down to a more practical and a level that every one of us can use in here as managers, as supervisors, and even as leaders of other people. Let's say we have a situation where someone in our company has made a mistake. Now, it's a good employee. It's somebody that we value, somebody we really want to keep around and nurture, but we've got to correct this action. So we've got to have a talk with them. And we want to let them know that we empathize with where they're coming from, but we got to make some changes. So I'm not saying it's all your fault. Right? Now, there's a lot of different ways we can communicate that, right? I'm not saying it's all your fault. What did I just tell them?
Somebody else's.
Yeah, I'm not saying it, but really everybody else is saying it's all your fault. Or I'm not saying it's all your fault. Just most of it, right? Right? I'm not saying it's all your fault. Well, okay, now we're leaving a little bit of ambiguity in here. It could be a couple other different people. But if we communicate that message very flatly and very confidently and with some assertive skills, I'm not saying it's all your fault, but there's some things that we need to do differently next time. Does that make sense? And now we know we've communicated our message, and we're going to get much more positive results. Right? Communication is a lot more than just what we say. Good news is, as we practice, as we learn, and as we grow, every day we can become better managers, better leaders, and ultimately better communicators. So I hope those tips can help you out a little bit, keep you out of trouble at home, perhaps, and even in the office. So thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.